Hi friends, good evening. I hope you will be fine. So in this video, we will solve a question. The question says that print the min and maximum value of byte, source, int, float, double using constant like integer dot max dot value. So what is this? What is this integer dot max dot value? So if we write this function, then it will return you maximum number of integers. It means it will give this. So this is your maximum value of the integer. So we need to print all of the variables. So let me try to understand why we need this type of a restriction. So basically why we need a byte, float, int, long, float, tab, double. Basically we are storing the only integers or numbers, like this is an integer, this is also integer, it is also integer, and this is also integer, and this is the also integer. So why we need to all of the types. These types we are using to store the value. So why we need to these type of data types? So let's assume we have a container, and this container capacity is 5 liter, and one more container, it container capacity is 2 liter. Okay, so what does it mean? If you want to store water inside this container, we can store 0 liter to 5 liter. It means this is the minimum capacity of this container, and this is the maximum capacity of this container. So if you want to blow the water or pour the water 10 liter, then what will be happen? 5 liter of water go inside the container, and 5 liter of water will flow. It means we lost the water. 5 liter of water will lost if you will use this container. So for storing the 10 liter of water, we need to use 10 liter capacity container. Then we can store 10 liter of water inside this container. So it is it can store minimum values. It can store only minus 28 to minus 2 plus 127. It means bytes only can store the value between this to this, and like bytes sort also can store between this to this, and int this to this, and long also this to this, this. So now you have to ask a question to yourself. If I want to store 1, then we can store in double also, we can store in float also, we can store in the long also, we can store int also, we can store inside the sort also, we can store the byte also. So if I want to store the value of 1, then we can store in every data types like byte, source, int, min, float, double. So but if I we can see this is small data. So if you have 5 liter of water, and I will tell you save this water or pour the water in any container, and you have lots of container, like this is the one container, this is the one container, this is the one container, this is the one container. So every container capacity is different. So if this container capacity is 50 liter and this container capacity is equal to 10 liter, then now I am saying that you have to save the value inside the container. So why we will use a capital container? Basically it's take more space in our memory. So we will use this container, and benefit is memory system. So if we will use a smaller container, then it will take small space in the memory. So this is the benefit to create lots of data types like byte, source, int, long, min, float, double. So as we use, if we want to store minimum value, then we can use any else. But if I want to store a big data which is not contain a float, then it's overflow. And in the programming, overflow means you have lost the data. So be used carefully if you want to a small, and you have to create the variable accordingly of the data. So now we will print the value. Basically, we can use this integer.max. This function, this minimum value gives your max value. But if you write this min value, then it will give minimum value. And you have to take this. If I want to byte, then write here byte. If I want to float, then here we will write a float dot min value. So let's open your VS Code. So here you can see I have written this line. Basically what did in this code, I want to print the bytes minimum. Here we write bytes dot min value, bytes dot maximum value. Here you sort dot min, sort dot max, integer min, integer max, long min, long max, float min, float max, double min and double max. So let's print this value. So run this program, and here you can see every value has been printed. Here you can see your bytes minimum value is 128 and maximum 127. Here your min value of the sort, and this is the max value of the sort. This is the minimum value of the integer. This is the maximum value of integer. And this is your minimum value of the long. This is your maximum value of long. This is your minimum value of float. This is your maximum value of float. This is your minimum value of double. This is your maximum value of double. So this is the concept to create lots of data types to store numbers. So thank you.